George Kilpatrick, inspiration for the nation, celebrating people we feel good about. We continue our series of conversations in preparation for our big event on Tuesday night, June 8th. It's the My Brothers Keepers Fellows event, Fatherhood, the Real Manhood. And one of our panelists is Dr. Phill Wesley, a leader with over 20 years of experience working with youth nationally and internationally as an organizer and activist. By the way, he's also a pastor. By the way, he also does a million things with entertainment. He'll tell us a little bit more about that. And he also has a podcast, The Anchored Voice, helping men to anchor life, and also co-authored the book, Lessons for the Journey. Dr. Phill II. How you call yourself, Dr. Phill2, Dr. Phill2? Who are you? Dr. Phill what?
Well, the brand name is Dr. Phill2.
Gotcha.
But I'm Dr. Philip Wesley II, and man, thank you so much for having me.
So glad to have you. So tell me about your podcast, Helping Men.
The concept is the anchored voice. And why do I call it the anchored voice? Because, you know, when you're on a boat, and if you've been to any seaport, you know, any marina, you see the boats out there. Now, living in New York at the time, I drive through the Cross Island, and I'd see all these boats hanging out in the water by the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, why are they just hanging out there today? Then I realized these boats are parked there because not everybody can afford to have their boat parked at the arena. So they park it out in the water. It costs less. I said, oh, okay. What keeps those boats in place, especially if it's out there with the elements?
Mm-hmm.
The anchor. And so no matter the elements, that anchor keeps that boat in place, no matter how rough the water is. Now, I have swam in ocean water. That's a rough current. That is not easy. And so how do you remain anchored no matter what elements are going on around you? You started off life one way, but it ended up another way. How can you be anchored? How can you stay consistent throughout the storm, stay in place and not be moved no matter what storms is coming your way, no matter whether the water is smooth or whether it's rough? How can you be a consistent force? And that's what the Anchored Voice is about. We address different issues pertaining to men. Tomorrow or Thursday, June 3rd, we're talking about overcoming adversity. Men overcoming adversity, and how do we overcome that? I've even done a podcast with my late father, and he was a pastor as well, and we talk about his life. And so I was able to capture him on camera before cancer took hold of him. So I was happy to do that. And then we have several other topics that we address about men.
So let's talk about those topics. You said how to overcome adversity. And for a lot of young boys and girls, and even a lot of adult men, overcoming adversity is the challenge.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's how you become an anchored voice. That's how you become an anchor, is to overcome adversity. It's going to come at you. Life comes at you fast. It comes at you cruel, but you have to know how to navigate through that. And, you know, experience will tell you, you know what, I see you coming. I see adversity coming. I see you right here. You're not going to get me. And you have to make a decision about your life and what you want your life to be. And when that adversity comes, you have to make decisions, solid decisions on how you're going to approach that.
So what is your message to the youth for Tuesday night?
The message, and I'm sharing this platform with Brad Butler, another motivational speaker. And what we want youth to get out of it is that you can overcome adversity. You can overcome negativity. You can overcome with a positive mindset, with a determination, no matter what comes at you, no matter whether it's financial, emotional, whether it's something that's going on in your society. There are ways that you can overcome, and we want to talk those ways through.
Yeah, it's interesting because in this work and this walk, we're trying to motivate young people to be the very best that they can. What's your message to fathers?
First, fathers, you have a powerful role in your child's life, whether you're with their mother or not. You have a powerful role. I've realized in doing counseling and coaching and just experienced that a majority of people's issues in life have come from their relationship with their father or lack of relationship with their father. So it's important that fathers play a major role. Be present. Make sure that you are pouring into your children. I was talking with another father and his son, and he was just giving all the advice he could to his son while he's taking his son to his mother. But he's trying to instill all the values as much as possible. He's there, he's present. We need fathers to be present, even if you feel like you can't. Listen, there you have enough power within you that you can offer your children. Just being there is one, but what you have to offer is another complement to it.
What for fathers who find themselves in whatever the struggle is in their life right this minute, or for fathers who are really trying to figure out, okay, I need something too. What are you saying to them?
You have to do self-care as well. You have to take care of yourself. So it's no longer the day of I need to be the breadwinner, because nowadays opportunities come to the mother as well. And a lot of times the mother is a breadwinner. Take that philosophy of, okay, I need to give over the money. Put that to the side for a minute. Just know that what is in your hand already is great enough. What you do, what the experience that you have overcome already is good enough. It's great. It's what your child needs. You just need to be real. So first, do some self-care. And what I advise a lot of men is to take time and do something that's going to relax you. Do something that is all about you, whether it's playing basketball, whether it's working out, whether it's playing pool at the pool table, whatever it is. What is your thing? I like walking in nature. I like water scenes. So if I can get to the boardwalk somewhere, if I can get to a big ocean front, and I could just kind of ponder there, think about life for a minute and just chill. That's what I do, just to get my peace. Get your peace of mind. Do whatever you have to do to get your peace of mind. So first, self-care, very important. Another thing fathers can do is read on fatherhood. Listen to podcasts on fatherhood. Listen how
You
valuable
mean like the
your
anchored
role
life?
is.
Like the anchored life?
Like the
Listen,
anchor voice. That's right.
the
The
anchored
anchor
voice. Sorry about
voice.
that. Yeah.
That's right. Come on, any podcast platform, you'll find the anchored voice. Come on, check our podcast out. We talk about issues like knowing your capacity. You have to know how much you can handle in a day. So you might not be able to accomplish everything that goes on in your mind, but you can accomplish something today. So make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure that your mental health is great. And listen, is no shame in having to see somebody, no shame in going to counseling or getting a coach or getting a mentor, no shame. And one of the greatest values that you have, men and fathers, is male to male relationships. And I do a podcast. We have a podcast on that. Male to male relationships. Have another father that you can confide in, a father that you can talk about some of these issues. It will be a wealth of opportunity for you, and you'll gain so much out of it.
All right. We'll look forward to seeing you, Dr. Phill2, on Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Eastern time, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Go to YouTube first, and then, everything else is a bonus, right?
That's right.
I know you're also a pastor, so give us a word to leave with.
Wow. God has told us he will show us great and mighty things that we have never seen. That's what he said. He said, I will show you great and mighty things that you have never seen. He also said he did not give you the spirit of fear. And so I'm wearing a shirt I created called I Will Not Fear. I will not fear. And you know, what you have to understand is no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. And that's a mindset. It's that a weapon will be formed against you. A weapon will be aimed at you, but it will not prosper against you, because you have that determination with God. And there's no more powerful man than a man that's connected to his Father in heaven. There is no more powerful man that is connected to God in such a way that nothing shall destroy him, nothing shall separate him from the love of God. So just know that God has given you victory. You have to claim it. You have to have that mindset that God is all that I need. And when I tap into that energy, when I tap into that source, when I tap into that power, he says this, he says, this kills me. He says, if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, I guess in today's term, it would be like if you had the faith the size of 1 pixel.
Talk to me. I see you. I see what you did there.
You know, if he was here today, if you had the faith the size of 1 little pixel, then you know you can move the internet. You can break the internet.
Go ahead.
You know, with your faith, and that's what we need. We need fathers of faith that is going to show who the true father is, and you do that by being the example, by being the power source your child can tap into.
Amen. That is Dr. That's Philip Wesley, Dr. Philip Wesley. You're doctor, right? Dr. Philip
Yes,
Wesley?
sir. Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Philip Wesley, Dr. Phill2.
That's right.
And you can check him out everywhere.
I don't want people getting confused with Dr. Phil, and we make sure the 2 is there, so there's no confusion.
Dr. Phill2. All right, Inspiration for the Nation. You'll hear more from Dr. Phill2 on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. All right, Doc, we loved having you, Inspiration for the Nation. Thank you for the words. The only thing I got to say to you is that, why couldn't God give me a Knick playoff win last week? But that's a whole other story. We'll leave it at that.
Bro, listen, I've been tortured since 1994. Let me give you a quick story. I met Larry Johnson.
Right.
I met Larry Johnson, and I went up to him and I said, bro, how are you just going to do us like this? You know, 1 year you're playing, then all of a sudden we don't see you on the court the next year. We don't know what happened to you. And all we're done is left with LeVar Postel and Felton Spencer. He was like, oh man, you taking us back, man. You taking me back. I said, man, you just broke my heart leaving us like that. So listen, I've been in heartaches with Orange and Blue for a very long time, and I guess I gotta wait.
And it will be for another season.
Another season, bro.
Listen, I mean, if you can stomach it, there is another team. I guess they say there's another team from New York in the thing. We'll see what
I got their colors in my background right now, so I guess
we'll see about that.
I guess we'll be rooting.
We'll see. My boy, he had called me. He said, well, you know, we got 2 teams. I said, we do? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Listen, whatever. Hey, wait till next year. But like I said, we can look over there and see what they're doing. Hey, whatever, you know.
That's right. That's
all right. It's enough Knick talk. You don't get me started. Inspiration for the Nation.